Hi, I'm John from Michalsons. Recently, I've been asking the question why a lot, and the question that came to me was why did Parliament enact the Protection of Personal Information Act, or POPI? Why is it necessary? Why do we need it in South Africa? Why should we be complying with POPI? And essentially, for me, it's about protecting people from harm. That's why we need to protect personal information, and that's why we need POPI. So, to demonstrate this, I thought I'd give you a few practical examples. The first is that my mother's got two friends who recently had money stolen out of their bank accounts. They're elderly women who are not tech savvy at all. And really, they just noticed one day that 100,000 Rand had been taken out of one account and 65,000 Rand out of the other person's bank account. Now, this is really serious. It's their life savings and what they need to live off for the rest of their lives. And what probably happened is that a thief managed to obtain some of their personal information and enough to be able to send them a phishing email, which was then realistic enough to make them believe it was their bank and make them click on a link and provide all their login details to the thief. The thief then logged into their bank account and stole the money. You may think, well, it's crazy, they should never have clicked on the link. But for people who aren't tech savvy or aware that these sorts of crimes are being committed, it's not that easy to know when it's the bank and when it isn't. Another example is that my neighbor had his identity stolen, and he travels a lot, and he also has properties in various parts of the world. The thieves then started to buy property in other countries in his name. They also got visas in his name. It had serious impacts on him, from not being able to get visas, not being able to get access to credit, and it really was a major inconvenience and caused a lot of harm to him. Then another good example is with SANRAL and the e-tolls in Gauteng. SANRAL provided a facility on their website where somebody could go to the website without authenticating themselves and search what gantries a vehicle had been through using its registration number. Now that might seem harmless, but let's consider this situation. You have a husband and wife who have a rocky relationship. The husband suspects that the wife is seeing somebody else that lives on the West Rand. He knows her car registration number, and he can then go to the website and search and find exactly where she's been traveling in Gauteng. He can then put together the fact that she's been going to the West Rand and that there's a certain person he suspects that his wife's been having a relationship with that lives on the West Rand. He then knows she has been visiting that person, which can lead to some very serious consequences, even including physical assault. Then another example is with discrimination, and a lot of data protection law actually originates in Western Europe as a reaction to what governments had done during the Second World War, for example. They discriminated against people based on religion, based on race, and with serious atrocities being committed against those people. So Western Europe really introduced data protection laws to protect citizens from governments, to protect it from people who wanted to discriminate against people. So that's also another good example. And then the last one really is that POPI wants to ensure people have the freedom to choose. They want to prevent marketers from building profiles on people and then limiting our view of what we see. And to give you an example, I recently was looking for a microphone, and I looked at one example of a microphone on the web. And now wherever I go on the web, I see adverts for that particular microphone. Not other microphones, not cameras, but that particular microphone. So it's narrowed my worldview. It's also limited my ability to choose. So those are all examples of why we need POPI, why POPI protects people from harm by protecting its personal information. And I think that's the important thing to bear in mind whilst you are implementing or doing things to comply with POPI. That's our objective, and that's what we want to achieve, which I think is a very worthwhile objective. The details are all on our website at www.michalsons.co.za.